Van Damage here, and it's time for another roast of a little piggy on BitChute. Right, so I was watching this last night. You know, I was bored at work doing the night shift, and yeah, I thought, let me have a look, you know, because a lot of you guys were asking for a BitChute roast, and it's been a while since I've done one of these sort of classic roasts. So here we are, and I had a little look at this, and you know, it's been a while since I've gone onto his channel and sort of looked for a couple of his videos and all that stuff. So this one was uploaded a few days ago, 2 days ago. Max effort squat day, and it's the Sex Big. Yeah, there's his channel, and yeah, I've done the dislike. Come on, guys, you're slacking. Look, he's got more likes than dislikes. Get sorting that out, will ya? Anyway, so yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I looked through this shit, and I mean, I've mentioned it before. Nothing's changed. You know, I very rarely look through these videos now because it's just him, isn't it? Doing his G4P entry level sort of G4P come and see me on my cam show gig, isn't it? Really. And well, let's just watch it. And I mean, what I saw from this is just disgusting, really. You know what this is about, yeah? When we work through this video, you're gonna know exactly why he does it this way, why he wears those fucking stupid woman's shorts that are fat, you know, tight around his fat ass, and yeah, it will all become very clear. I mean, we know already, you know, we're just flogging a dead horse at this point. We're just, you know, what are we gaining from this? We're just really cementing the point that he does gay for pay cam shows. Now, one of my subscribers was saying to me in the comments of my last video on YouTube that he probably has a fans only site or, you know, area, and there's obviously that fansonly.com where you get all the ethots and all the thirsty sort of basement dwellers, you know, living at home in mama's basement, you know, and can't get a girlfriend, the incels and all that sort of stuff, you know. Well, Blaha's not even an incel. He's just disgusting, isn't he? There's no real sort of place to put him. He's just a degenerate homosexual freak, perverse as well. Yeah, absolutely depraved, preying on young innocent boys, you know, that are just trying to sort of find their way in life, you know, and there he is, like predator, you know, just predatory, sort of preying on them, you know, these young sort of, usually they've got some sort of emotional problems and all that. They're the ones he seems to go for. Eating disorders, emotional problems, you know, the ones that are a bit broken. He likes to take advantage of them and, you know, offer coaching services to them in exchange for dick pics. Loves a dick pic. Anyway, let's crack on with this fucking twisted shit show of a video that he's created here. Participation. Fucking retard. I mean, what kind of person lives like this? Really, what kind of person lives like this? Doesn't go out, hasn't got a social. I have got a social life, but I pretend I haven't to fool you all. Hasn't got a social life. Terrified to leave his shithole apartment. Of course, you know, it's just fucked up.
Look, our friends. Hey, everybody, it's Jason.
Definitely getting fatter. Definitely getting fatter.
Blaha here. Once again, it is time for an orc mode workout, and today was Max Effort Squat Day, and it was so humble.
Today was Max Effort Squat Day. Why does he talk like that? I mean, he tries to inject personality into his commentary, but you can't inject personality into your commentary if you don't have any. This guy tries so hard, tries to be an alpha male, tries to be a tough guy, tries to have personality and character and everything. He is lacking in all of these areas. listen,
lift, down. But just a quick reminder for those of you who enjoy these videos and watch them every day, please click like down below. And I can't promise this is going to be up fast. My internet has been cutting out a lot due to flickering power, and I don't have a universal power supply on my modem, and I have one coming tomorrow. Kind of making it annoying for my coaching gig.
So he tries to inject why did I stop it here? He tries to inject personality into his commentary, and it just fucking fails. And you can tell it's so fake because he doesn't have a personality. His personality is toxic, like his room, like his dirty fucking shorts. Animal.
But it is what it is. So I knew I was going to be weak on this today.
The rolls are fat hanging off it.
That. I did not expect to miss this lift. I was thinking I was going to hit this one, go up another 20, and assess and see maybe the 465 would be hard. I did not think I was going to fail this. Okay? I know this addresses my weak links, but look at that.
So he failed. That's not what I'm watching this for. He's a failure in life, full stop. But, I was having a little look through this, and again, it's just, he says he's a coach. Have you ever seen, think of the good coaches online, you've got Athlete X who's, got 10 million subscribers, so must be doing something people want, right? Not 100,000 bought subs. 10 million subscribers. I mean, you imagine the money that channel's making. Outrageous. But, think of the good coaches. There's a ton of them. Whether it's power athletes, power lifters. You got real credible power lifters like I can't remember now. The Thor, the one that was in Game of Thrones. He's got a YouTube channel. That's a power lifter. That's a strong man. Not this. This is just gay for pay. This is to get the homosexual, sort of bear-loving homosexual community to follow him over to his cam shows, where they pay 25 quid to see him stick dildos up his arse with his legs spread. Yeah? The other day he was in the video that I put up, and I linked down below from the telephone conversation that he had with those two trolls. He was calling Alpha Destiny a cub. I've never even heard. I don't know what that means. No one did. The two trolls didn't know what he was talking about. Blaha knew what he was talking about though, because he's involved in that homosexual sort of bear fetish, sort of fucking weird, twisted, hairy, fat men fetish thing. Yeah, and apparently they call a short, little, young man that they like a cub. As in a bear and a cub. So you got a fat, hairy predator like this and his cub. And he wanted to have a threesome with Alpha Destiny and Alpha Destiny's sister, if you listen to the audio. I mean, and the guys that were trolling him, recording the audio, you could hear they were sort of shocked. They were like, what the where did this conversation take a wrong turn? Because one minute they're talking about whatever they're talking about, and then the next, it takes a sharp left into deviant land, and all of a sudden he's talking about having a threesome with an Alpha Destiny and his sister, and he doesn't want Alpha Destiny's beard tickling his balls. Who thinks like that? Really, who thinks like that? What normal straight person thinks like that? No one. I certainly fucking don't think like that. If I want to bang fucking Alpha Destiny's sister, I'll bang your sister, but I don't want Alpha Destiny involved. Why the fuck would I? I don't want no fucking facial hair tickling my nuts. What the fuck is that? I don't think about that. And then he tries to prop it up afterwards, go, oh yeah, but if I do watch porn, I only watch the lesbians. Trying to overcompensate for the fact that he's just thrown out some weird, twisted, perverted desire about having a weird threesome, menage a trois, with Alpha Destiny's sister. And he probably heard that the two guys interviewing him were shocked and horrified at what they just heard. So then he goes, "Oh yeah, but I'm not gay because I love porn and I love lesbians." What a freak!
Look at that. Now we're going to have to work on all those weak links.
All right, so yeah, like I say, I mean, what coach does these sorts of things? Look at this. Wait, get your feet off the table. What is he doing? Look at this. He's got the tiniest little weights. He's got this sort of balancing bar thing here. It looks like, you know, a balancing bar on the tightrope. You know, I mean, it just looks ridiculous. He is ridiculous.
We need that bar to be closer to my other bars. Now, we know from a biomechanics perspective it may not be, but man, did I feel my upper back and my neck and everything on that one. In fact, I felt a lot of mid-back on it too. It needs to be a priority.
What is he doing? Really, what is he doing? Look at his face. He knows he's a fucking idiot. He knows he's a fucking idiot. Look at his face. He's just so... He's given up, hasn't he? He's given up on life. You know you've given up on life when it's 8 o'clock at night and you're all alone. You haven't spoken to anyone for days, like face to face. You're all alone in your little fucking cuck shack and you've got this going on and you're stepping on your dinner table. You know, that's a face of failure. I mean, it's just tragic. If he wasn't such a piece of shit and we didn't want to see him fucking suffer for all the suffering that he's caused, you'd feel sorry for him. Any decent human being would feel sorry for someone in this situation. Completely alone, isolated. You know, no one to talk to for days on end. You know, if he sneaks out down the shop or something, you know, down the store. You know, but you'd feel sorry for him if he wasn't such a scumbag. But he is a scumbag, and it is Jason Blaha, and we don't give a fuck because we want him to burn in hell, right?
It needs to be a priority. So we know low back and hamstrings matter for the other bar. We know upper back and quads matter for this bar. We've got to work these areas, and I've got to work them really, really hard. This bar is lagging the most. So it has the most potential to improve my squat. And why does it matter? Because they represent the two different directions I could.
No, he's just waffling on about nothing. You know, stuff he's seen on West Side's. This one as well, this bit caught my eye. There's four exercises, if you want to call them exercises, or call them sexercises. You know, Jason Blaha does some sexercise. This is where he's practicing. Well, let's just say it doesn't leave much to the imagination. Certainly the G4P audience, you know, the gay boys in the audience certainly like what they see. This fat bloke bent over a table. But watch what he's doing here.
Crap, by the way. I was trying to figure out where to set the box, where to set everything, where to put my feet, my legs.
Practicing his Monica Lewinsky.
It was okay. I got 12,
Look at that!
12 or whatever.
All the gay boys are like,
woo!
woo!
Messing with it.
What is he doing?
Everything was giving out once I found a better box position. I was really happy with how it felt. It was just too heavy, so I dropped the weight.
Look at that! I mean, even the straightest man knows what he is doing and why he's doing that. That is just sick, dirty, filthy behaviour. Yeah? Lifting his fucking fat ass off there, you know, giving you a little glimpse, arching his back. Surprised he's not like looking over his shoulder, man. Yeah, dipping his head, bobbing his head. I mean, come on. If a woman was doing that, it'd be, you know, any straight man would be like, ah. But we don't want to see a fat, bald, 40-year-old pervert doing this sort of thing. Look.
15, something like that, with a lighter weight. So I think for these, because we're using a pretty heavy weight and working on getting better with the standing good mornings, these I really need to focus on that, the lighter weight, and just get the reps in and really hypertrophy.
We know what he's doing here and why he's doing it.
And so by me doing the two different movements for it and trying to vary it a little bit, one of them with a heavier load and one with a little bit lighter, that is going to help with that a lot. And, you know,
come on. Like, this has got nothing. Is this how a powerlifter behaves? You're an advanced masters athlete. Is this how they behave? Do you see Thor, can't say his surname, doing this? Eddie Shaw. Is it Eddie Shaw? You know, Brian, whatever his name is. Brian Shaw, is it? Yeah, he's a powerlifter. I don't know these people. You know, and Thor's going to fight an English guy boxing in September, I think. They're going to have a boxing match. Two powerlifters, strongmen. They're going to have a fight, you know, and the English guy, I can't remember his name. He's lost a load of weight as well, so he's all sort of ripped up now. See his abs and everything. You know, do they behave like this? Does anyone behave like this? Really? Show me. Link it to me in the comments if someone else is behaving like this in their videos. Because this is sick, degenerate, perverse behaviour. And it doesn't get any better. You know, he hasn't got his rubber band round his neck in this one anymore. Which is...
the next setting, right? It's like, no. Because look at this. I did 5 sets of 20 last workout. I moved it one setting. It has like 15 or 12 or something.
Who does this sort of exercise? I mean, it's not exactly standard sort of exercise. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. I mean, please, if this is how powerlifters train, I don't know. I'm not into that. I've never been into that. You know, I just train the way I train. That's it. I've never ever seen anything quite like this. It's very bizarre.
I moved it one setting. My 5x20 went to 3 sets of 10 to 16. Okay? It matters. It matters a lot. But I felt my hamstrings go.
And it's all weird. It's all got this weird homoerotic sort of undertone to it, you know? Even if you don't think like that, you know, you're a straight guy, you're just innocently watching this. You know, you got no weird fucking pervert thoughts in your head. You just come across his channel. Watching this would make any normal person, any normal man, feel quite uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable viewing. It really is. This isn't healthy behaviour, it's not normal behaviour. This isn't the sort of thing that normal men do. This isn't how normal men train. Which means why, you know, raises the question, why is he doing it? It means there's a reason behind it. Because watching this, even just to roast it and review it like I am now, makes me feel uncomfortable. Because it's you can feel that just this weird undercurrent of homoeroticism and perversion. It's not normal behaviour, and it just gets worse. I mean, this is like a depraved pervert's fantasy. You know, they come home from the bar, the gay bar, and they open the door, put the keys in the door, they're a little bit drunk and tipsy. And they open the door. It's like a dream for a homosexual sort of pervert. They open the door. and then they find this waiting for them. It's the equivalent of me coming home. A fantasy for a man is you come home and your girlfriend, your wife, or fantasy woman is lying on the bed in lingerie, stocking suspenders and all that. That's exciting to me. Yeah. This sort of thing is the equivalent, the homosexual equivalent. That comes home from the gay bar, has been sniffing poppers and amyl nitrate all night, taking some ecstasy or MDMA, and he's feeling pretty good. And then he finds this waiting for him when he gets home. It's a fucking twisted fantasy. Look, legs bound, sort of bent over a table with his fat ass. Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, and it just goes on. I mean, look, hang on, wait there. Hang on, just play it.
Those weak links, and that's also part of staying injury free, guys. Weak links get
Look. I mean, that is humiliating. Me, in all my life, I would never want to be filmed or have a photograph taken of me bending over something like this, naked almost, semi-naked, with my legs spread. I mean, that is humiliation. And that's what he's into. I mean, it's just fucking wrong. Now, like I say, we know he does the cam shows. We know he does this is fucking G4P without doubt. But we know he's doing other things elsewhere. Just like all these sort of ethos and all that stuff. There's a big fucking G4P, G4P cam show side to this. There's a dark underworld of perversion on the internet. We know this, and he is part of that. Like I said, my subscriber said that he's probably got a fansonly.com page. So if you find that, link it, send me the details, whatever, so we can tear him up. But we got to find it, because this isn't normal. It's fucking disgusting, depraved, and filthy. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. And it's just no way for a 43-year-old to behave, really, is it? To just spend his nights locked in his cup shack doing this sort of thing. It's quite disturbing. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that wonderful trip into the twisted, depraved, perverted world of Jason Blaha. And try not to have nightmares. And I'll speak to you guys in the next video. So please talk about this over on on YouTube, because I don't frequent BitChute as much. So if you want to leave any comments on this video, chuck them over on my latest video on YouTube. And like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a family. And I'll speak to you guys next time.
Let me put the nail in this coffin real tight. God hates a coward. God hates a coward. 21:8 says, but the cowardly and the unbelievers, murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, which is the second death. God wrote that, I didn't. Who leads the list of that ragtag mob? The cowardly